Hey, you guys, welcome to the Kern River Fly Shop podcast. Today is October 23rd, 2023, and I got some great news going on the Upper Kern River. The Upper Kern River is fishing fantastic. Probably for the last month or so, we've been experiencing some great fishing on the Upper Kern, and it's a lot of fun. You guys got to come check it out. The air temps right now are roughly about 60 degrees, 57 to 60 degrees, and it's getting about 42 degrees at night. Sunrise is at 7:05, sunset is at 6:08, and we got a little bit of rain today, and it's supposed to continue on through the week, through Friday, just kind of like 40 to 50% chance on Thursday and Friday so far. But still fish is really good. The water's crystal clear. The Upper Kern flows are around 550 cubic feet per second, and I haven't seen it flow at 550 in October ever, and it's pretty spectacular. If you want to float down the Kern, we're doing actual float trips where we're guiding people down the river in a two-person pontoon boat, which is a lot of fun. And you can walk and wade it very safely. It's really great conditions. The Upper Kern at the powerhouse in Kernville, it's 550 cubic feet per second. And now we have a section from the Kernville Power Station, which is about 2 miles up from the Kern River Fly Shop in Kernville, California. And from there up, the cubic feet per second is roughly about 84 cubic feet per second. And that's from the Fairview Dam, which is right above McNally's restaurant, all the way down to the power station in Kernville. So the flows are significantly lower there. So if you want to get into some water there, we've been experiencing some great dry fly action on the Upper Kern. We have mayflies hatching, we have caddis hatching, and the hatch is roughly about 10 o'clock in the morning, like clockwork. And it goes until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's just spectacular. The fish in the morning are, aren't coming up, but if you want to throw a dry fly, they will come up and eat it. And so we've been doing that quite a bit. Techniques for the Upper Kern, we've been doing a lot of dry fly with droppers. So using a bigger dry fly like a Fuzzy Wuzzy red, Fuzzy Wuzzy orange, a big giant stimulator, in the size 6 and size 8 range, and then dropping down a nymph below that in the early morning before the hatch at 10, and we've been picking up fish that way. You can also nymph underneath an indicator and put a couple of nymphs below that indicator and adjust your indicator, of course, to the depth that you're fishing. You can also Euro nymph, where you're not using an indicator, you're just using your fly line or a sighter for the indicator, and that's been really effective as well. So a lot of people have been doing that. Getting into the streamer fly fishing, that's been super fun too. I haven't been actually doing that a lot with my clients, where we'll do a dry dropper and kind of walk upstream and then turn around and use a streamer and kind of fish down through the same water that we were fishing with a streamer, like a woolly bugger or some kind of streamer that is smaller that the fish will eat, the trout will eat. And so that's a lot of fun. The South Fork of the Kern is running about 60 CFS, so a lot lower, of course, than the Upper Kern. If you guys don't know where the South Fork of the Kern is, that's up over by Kennedy Meadows, and it's a completely different fork of the Kern. It comes in on the east side of Lake Isabella and drops in right there, and you can fish that. That's a lot of fun. You got to go up by Kennedy Meadows and fish it in that zone. But it's a really neat stream. It flows through the Golden Trout Wilderness, it flows through the South Sierra Wilderness, and it flows into Rockhouse Basin and that wilderness down there. So it's really a neat area to explore if you want to get away from a lot of folks. It has brown trout, golden trout, and golden rainbow hybrids in it, and it's a lot of fun. Going up to Black Rock Ranger Station, the air temperature there is roughly about 50 degrees, and they're getting a low of 36 degrees. So up the road, up towards Sherman Pass, you're going to get a lot cooler conditions up there. And you can have a lot of fun fishing the creeks. The creeks are still fishing pretty good, and you can get in there and do a simple dry fly and fish some of those creeks. But they are getting a little bit lower, but you can have a good time. Getting over to, let's go all the way down to the lower Kern. That's one of my favorite fisheries in the Southern Sierra. And we have a little bit of light rain in that area going down the canyon from Lake Isabella all the way down to Bakersfield. Air temperatures are going to be roughly around 63 degrees. Clearing up tomorrow, and it'll be 80 degrees on Tuesday. Chance of rain, though, all week long. The flows down there are 2,200 CFS, so unfortunately we can't fish that right now. There are some people fishing in and around Hart Park and Ming Lake and the river there and some of the back eddies, and they're catching smallmouth bass and largemouth bass in that area. But stay out of the water. It's still flowing way too big. I don't like getting in that water when it's flowing that big, that's for sure. Lake Isabella is turning on as well for bass fly fishing. It is pretty amazing in that its capacity is 570,000 cubic feet and acre feet, excuse me, and we're down to 270 acre feet right now, so it's dropped quite a bit. And we're starting to see all the sand that was deposited from the Kern River in the lake bed there over by the cemetery going into Kernville and over by the airport. We're seeing lots of sediment that was deposited in that area, creating some really great flats for future carp fishing coming up in the spring. And it's an amazing fishery you guys got to check out. A couple of things in the news I wanted to tell you guys about with the Kern River Fly Shop. We do have our fly fishing guide training school. If you ever wanted to be a fly fishing guide, it's a great school. We go over 10 days worth of stuff and education to get you into guiding from November 3rd to November 12th. And that is coming up in a couple weeks. So if you're interested in learning how to become a fly fishing guide, we do have those available. We also have a surf clinic coming up in November, November 25th in Ventura. And we also have another beginner clinic November 25th in Kernville. So if you want to get in on any of those, you can go to the kernriverflyshop.com and click on the school link, and you can check out all that stuff. Also on there, you can see some other links to some other classes and also fly tying classes and stuff like that. You can check out all that stuff. So thank you guys for listening to the Kern River Fly Shop podcast. I'm going to try to get these out every week so you guys can see and hear what's going on out there on the Southern Sierra area. So thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
This episode is brought to you by Kern River Fly Shop, located in the beautiful river town of Kernville, California. The Kern River Fly Shop is a fully stocked fly shop for all your fly fishing needs, and everything is online too at kernriverflyshop.com. The Kern River Fly Shop also offers guided trips throughout the Southern Sierra and Sequoia National Forest, both for cold water and warm water species. Kern River Fly Shop also offers guided trips on the Owens River and Crowley Lake in the Eastern Sierra. Don't forget about their guided fly fishing in the surf from Morro Bay to Ventura, California. Also, check out the Guy Jeans School of Fly Fishing. They offer fly fishing clinics for beginners to advanced students. They also offer warm water, cold water, and saltwater clinics as well. Go to kernriverflyshop.com to check everything out and get some great discount offers. kernriverflyshop.com